Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Medic Suggestion. This is Rupa Yadav. Today I come with a video bone cancer. Other name of we also called osteosarcoma or in short OS. So let's start. Bone tumor form when a bone cells divides uncontrollably and forms a mass or tumor, and the tumor remains confined and doesn't spread into surrounding tissues, then it considered benign. But if the tumor invades into surrounding tissue and metastatizes or spreads through blood or lymph, then it's considered malignant. Malignant tumor can either be primary, which is when they arise from the bone cells, or secondary, which is when the tumor develops somewhere else in the body. Metastasize and spread to the bone, the most common source of the tumor cell that affects the bone, but start somewhere else in the body. The breast, the prostate, the lungs, the thyroid, the kidney. Now, even though the bone vary in size and shape, they are also all made of the same type of cells. Bone cells is any type of cancer arising from the bone. Bone cancer can begins in any bone in the body, but it commonly affects the long bones in the arm bone and the legs bone and the pelvis, but tumor may be classified as a primary or secondary. Primary bone cancer is the most serious of all bone cancer, and they form directly in the bone or from bone derived cells and tissues. Primary bone cancer is not common, and they account for less than 1% of all cancer. Common types of primary bone cancer may include osteosarcoma. The osteosarcoma, this is the most common form of bone cancer, and it begins in the cells and that forms bone, and it generally affects children, teenagers and young adults between age 10 to 30 in the bone of the leg or arms. And it may also start in the hips, shoulders or other locations. An osteosarcoma mean OS in short. The osteogenic sarcoma, that is OGS, or simply we called bone cancer. Bone cancer is a cancerous tumor in a bone, and that specifically is in a aggressive malignant neoplasm that arise from the primitive transformed cells of mesenchymal origin, that is sarcoma, and that exhibit osteoblastic differentiation and produce malignant, that is osteoid. And chief among them are osteoblasts, which build up new bone, and osteoclasts, which help with a bone breakdown or resorption. Now, in addition to these, there are some more primitive cells in the bone marrow called human mesenchymal stem cells and neuroectodermal cells, which have the ability to differentiate into many cell types, including nerve, fat, bone, and cartilage cells. Now, in a term of anatomy, looking at a long bone like the femur, it has two epiphyses which are the ends that contribute to joints with the other bones. Between the two epiphyses is the diaphysis called the bone septs. In a children and adolescents, there is an additional narrow portion between the epiphysis and the diaphysis called the metaphysis. The metaphysis contains the growth palate, the part of the bone that grows during children or childhood. In adults, the growth plate has ossified and fused with the diaphysis and the epiphysis. Now, these are genes that promote a normal cell growth called the proto-oncogenesis. With a mutations, proto-oncogenes become oncogenes, and these overstimulate the cell growth to balance out cell growth. There are other genes called tumor suppressor genes, which promotes apoptosis or a cell death of mutated cells. On oncogenes or mutated tumor suppressor genes allows cells to keep growing uncontrollably, resulting into tumor. They form tumor by the division of uncontrollable growing of the cells. Primary bone tumor can be divided up into ones that are most often benign and those that are more often malignant. Let's start with the most common benign tumor, which is an osteochondroma and commonly affects males under 25 years. Osteochondroma is thought to arise from the mutation in the exostosin 1 or EXT1 and exostosin 2 or EXT2 genes, which encode the exostosin 1 or 2 proteins. These proteins helps to synthesize heparin sulfate, which is a protein that regulates the growth of the growth plate. So, in the osteochondroma, a tumor arises from the growth plate and it typically results in a lateral bony projection. This bony stalk is called the exostasis and it has a cap made mostly of the hyaline cartilage. Now, osteochondromas typically develop in the metaphysis of lung bone, most usually the distal femur and the proximal tibia around the knee joint. But they can also occur in a flat bone like the ilium, one of the hip bone, as well as the scapula. Another benign tumor is the Gantt cell tumor of the bone, quite a name. A risk factor for Gantt cell tumor is having a bony tumor like a trauma like a fracture or the radiation exposure. The tumor cell arises from osteoclast cells but then develop into cells that have numerous nuclei, typically over so nuclei. So 50 nuclei. So you think of them as a destructive little glands. The Gantt cells tumor typically arises in the epiphysis of the long bones like a distal femur and the proximal tibia, or a rare occasion, this tumor can become a malignant, especially in elderly individuals. Other benign tumor are osteoblastomas and osteomas, both of which arise from the osteoblast. Both of these tumors classically form a nidus, which is a disorganized mix of small blood vessels, teeny rods, to bone called the trabeculae. Trabecules are the unmineralized bony tissues called osteoid or osteoblastomas. The nidi, which is a plural from the nidus, are the large with a diameter of over 1.5 centimeter. In osteomas, the nidi are the smallest than 1.5 in diameter and more surrounded by a ring of sclerotic bone tissue. That ring of sclerotic tissue often produce prostaglandins, which are the small molecules that trigger the sensation of pain. Osteoblastomas as tend to affect the bone of the axial skeleton. Usually, the mandible and erode the surrounding bone. In comparison, osteomas typically affect the diaphysis of long bones like a tibia and don't usually encode the surrounding bone. Now, among malignant tumor, the most common one is osteosarcoma. Osteosarcoma arises from the osteoblast of different sizes called pleomorphic, and their cell produce too much osteoid tissue. Osteosarcoma often form in the metaphysis where there are a lot of cell division occurring. They most commonly affect the adolescents. Some known that are linked to osteosarcomas, including mutation in the PRB protein, also seen in a familial retinoblastoma. A childhood malignant tumor of the eye, and the P53 protein, which is also seen in the LI framini throughout the body. Another type of a malignant bone tumor is Ewing's sarcoma, which is also common in the adolescents, typically between the age of the 10 to 20 years. Ewing sarcoma is thought to arise from the neuroectodermal cells, and which look like a small round blue cells on a microscopy. Ewing sarcoma is associated with the chromosomal mutation, specifically a translocation between the EWSR1 gene on chromosome 22 and FLI1 gene on chromosome 11. You can remember this by a 22 plus 11 is equal to 33. The jersey number of the former basketball player Patrick Ewing. The EWSR1 oblique FLI FLI1 fusion result in the expression of an abnormal protein called the EWSR1 oblique FLI1 fusion protein, or simply the Ewing sarcoma protein. This protein causes defect in the differentiation process of human mesenchymal stem cell and neuroectodermal cells, resulting in Ewing sarcoma. Tumor cell Ewing's sarcoma can affect a number of different bones, but most commonly affects the femur. Finally, these are chondrosarcoma, which tend to affect the elderly. Chondrosarcoma arises from the chondrocytes, which are cartilage producing cells. Chondrosarcoma mainly affects bone of the pelvis, but can also affect long bones like the proximal femur and proximal humerus. On imaging, the mass is typically within the medullary cavity. Now we are talking about the symptom of the osteosarcoma or bone cancer. Bone tumor commonly cause bone pain, swelling, and a fracture. And some unique symptoms are that the pain of the osteoma typically gets worse at night, while osteochondromas and osteoblastomas sometimes press against spinal nerves, causing numbness and limb weakness. They can also cause avascular necrosis of a certain region within the bone. If the tumor impedes on the major blood vessels, malignant tumor typically causes a chronic inflammatory response which led to fever, night sweat, and weight loss. Bony tumor often metastasize to the lung, so in that setting they can cause pulmonary symptoms like coughing and the shortness of the breath, and many patients first complain of the pain that may be worse at night, may be intermittent and of a varying intensity, and may have been occurring for some time. Teenagers who are active in sports often complain of a pain in the lower femur or immediately below the knee. If the tumor is large, it can present as a overt localized swelling, sometime or sudden fracture in the first symptom, because the affected bone is not as strong as a normal bone and may fracture abnormally with a minor trauma in cases to the skin, such these originating in the pelvis. Localized swelling may not be apparent. Now we are discussing about the causes. What was the causation of the bone cancer? Several research groups are investigating cancer stem cells and their potential to cause tumor, along with genes and proteins causation in a different phenotype. Radiotherapy for untreated condition may be a rare cause. A small supranumerary Merkel chromosome or a Gantt rod chromosome is present in the tumor cell of low grade OS, including low grade central OS and paraosteal OS. Carry various potentially precancerous genes and are thought to contribute to the development of these osteosarcoma. Familial cases where the deletion of chromosome 139 by 4 inactivates the retinoblastoma gene is associated with a high risk of osteosarcoma development. A bony dysplasias, including Paget's disease of a bone fibrous dysplasia in chondromatosis and hereditary multiple exostasis increase the risk of osteosarcoma. Li-Afromini syndrome, that is germline TP53 mutation, predisposing factor for osteosarcoma development. Rothman-Thompson syndrome, that is the autosomal recessive association of congenital bone defect, hair and skin dysplasias, hypogonadism of congenital bone defect is associated with the increased risk of this disease. Large doses of SRGO, nicknamed bone seeker, increases the risk of bone cancer and leukemia in an animal and is presumed to do so in people. Now we are discuss about the diagnosis of what was the diagnosis we can do with bone cancer. The diagnosis of the bone tumor start with a medical imaging like X-rays, CT scan and MRI imaging or testing for serum tumor markers that are specific for each type of tumor. Some tumor also have some classic X-ray findings, for example osteochondroma cause exostosis, while the Gantt cell tumor form a multicystic bone lesions that look like a soap bubble. The osteosarcoma form a cystic bone lesions referred to as a sunburst appearance. Because the radiating tumor look like a sun rays, osteosarcoma also cause the periosteum to lift, and that's commonly called Codman's triangles. In Ewing sarcomas, X-ray shows lytic bone lesions referred to as an onion skin appearance because the periosteum looks like a sliced onion bulb. In chondrosarcoma, there are patchy lytic lesions that make the bone look like a moth-eaten piece of cloth. Now, the treatment. Now we are discussing about the treatment. What was the steps we can take about this cancer? Malignant tumor are treated with radiotherapy, chemotherapy and a surgery depending on the type and spreading of the tumor. Alright, as a quick recap, benign tumor include osteochondromas which present with the exostosis Gantt cells tumor which has Gantt cells and look like soap bubbles on X-rays. Osteoid stoma characterized by a nidus less than 1.5 cm and osteoblastoma whose nidus is greater than 1.5 cm. The primary malignant tumor including osteosarcoma that are made of large pleomorphic cells and has a sunburst appearance on X-ray. Ewing sarcoma that has round cells and a sliced onion appearance on X-ray. And chondrosarcoma which has a large multinucleated chondrocytes and a moth-eaten appearance on X-ray. There are no unknown causes of the bone tumor, but among risk factor we have rapid bone growth and bone tumor, exposure to radiation, and the family history of the bone tumor. Osteosarcoma is linked to RB1 and TP53 genes mutation, while Ewing sarcoma is thought to arise where those are EWSR1 and FLI1 genes mutation. Benign tumor can be surgically removed if there were causing symptoms, while the treatment for malignant tumor require radiotherapy, chemotherapy, and surgery. Thank you to all here for watching my this video.